Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning program mathematics class. Trigonometry, we are in transformations and now already we have done formulae, some problems. Now extra again some other problems. Let's have a glance on these problems. Students, observe here, the first problem is the least positive angle measured in degrees, because sometimes we may measure in radians, that's why they are specifying in degrees, satisfying the equation sin cube x plus sin cube 2x plus sin cube 3x equal to same kind of values, x here, 2x here, 3x here, but here whole cube given, angles are one at the same, function also one at the same, and here individually cube values given, whereas here it's given for whole cube. Understand students? Now if this equation is satisfying, then the question is, what about here the least positive angle which can satisfy here this kind of equation? That means maybe this equation is satisfied by infinite number of values. Among all of them, they are asking about here the least positive value. Okay, now let us check here. Again, many times we have been discussing, that is, all these trigonometry problems or whatever they are, they involve with along with here algebra formulae. Now students, observe clearly here, it is of the form a cube plus b cube plus c cube equal to a plus b plus c whole cube. Earlier we are a lot of aware of the formula a cube plus b cube plus c cube is 3abc if and only if a plus b plus c is 0 or a equal to b equal to c. Whereas here it's a new one, like a cube plus b cube plus c cube equal to a plus b plus c whole cube type. For this algebra formula, immediately it is nothing but a plus b into b plus c into c plus a equal to 0. That's why students here, while solving this problem, we want to make use of this result. Have a glance. Suppose if I am taking a plus b whole square equal to, it is a square plus b square. If I gave a condition like this, that means some sin theta plus sin, it is 2 theta whole square, this is same as sin square 2 theta plus sin square 2 theta, right? If a problem is given in this way, then here this equation is satisfying implies what happened actually here, the formula is nothing but how much, 2ab, isn't it? This is actual formula, but here which term is missing? 2ab is missing. Understand? Once 2ab is missing implies this equation is satisfying when 2ab equal to 0. That means a is 0, b is 0, or one of the values 0 or both the values 0, then we can say this equation can satisfy. In the same way, here also this algebra equation satisfies, implies this is our formula, right? Now basing on that formula, we are going to solve here this problem. So now let us substitute here ABC values as sin x, sin 2x, sin 3x, etc. Okay, then what will happen here? Sin x plus sin 2x and into it is next value sin 2x plus sin 3x, right? And into the other value sin 3x and plus sin x, and this entire value is equal to how much? 0, right? Basing on this value. So if you take, suppose this is your A and this is B and this one is C, okay, and thereby you got this kind of value. Understand students? Now after getting this one, we want x value. So solution of equation means the variable is here x, it may be with multiple angle or anything, but the variable is here x, and therefore you want to get here x value. Then let us make use of our formulae. So what are our known formula? Sin C plus sin D, right? And in each of these three brackets, let us make use of that formula. Now whenever you got this kind of one larger value, one smaller value, already we said preferably here the larger one let us take as C and the smaller one as here d. Okay, and here also let's consider this value as c here and this value as d. The same way here c and this one is here d. Okay, now let us make use here formulae one by one. So what is the first one? Sin c plus sin d. It's nothing but 2 sin c plus d by 2 and into cos c minus d by 2, right? And next value. So each factor must be equal to what? Actually 0, because everywhere you have into etc. Okay, that means this value equal to 0, or this value is 0, or this value may be 0. That means each of the factors is 0. So we are writing the formula for each of the factor. 2 sin 2x plus x by 2, that is 3x by 2, into cos 2x minus x, that is x by 2. So this value here can be 0. Understand? Or so what is the other condition you can get here from these two? It is 2 sin 3x plus 2x, so 5x divided by 2, and into cos 3x minus 2x, so x by 2 equal to 0. Understand? And next other value also you can get from these two equations. And what is that value? Actually 2 sin, that is nothing but here 2 sin, and what about here 3x plus x, that is 4x by 2 implies 2x, and 3x minus x divided by 2, that means it is cos x equal to 0. So you got here in this way the three values from each of the brackets. Only one formula we have applied, and it is nothing but sin c plus sin d, 2 sin c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. Okay, basing on that formula we got here from each of the bracket these results. Now let us observe here what about. Now this is a product. A product is 0 implies either the first term 0 or second term 0, or both may be here zeros. That implies here sin theta equal to 0. Students, you have a formula when sin theta is 0. What is theta value? Actually n pi, right? When sin theta is 0, theta is n pi, n belongs to integer. And whenever cos theta equal to 0, then theta equal to odd multiple of pi by 2. You can write 2n minus 1, or you can write 2n plus 1. Anyways you can write. So these are our formulae here for sin theta 0 or cos theta 0. Earlier in trigonometric ratios and identities we have discussed. Okay. Now here sin 3x by 2 is 0 implies what is here? Sin 3x by 2 is 0. That implies 3x by 2 is how much here? N pi, right? That implies x equal to what? 2n pi divided by 3. So you got here x is 2n pi divided by 3, and this is one value you got. Let us take it as 1 for n is integer. And next other value, that means or. Here cos x by 2 is 0. So cos x by 2 equal to 0 implies what we can write here? That implies cos x by 2 is equal to 0 implies x by 2 equal to, it is odd multiple of pi by 2. So you can write like this. Now 2 get cancelled, so you got here odd multiple of pi. And therefore students, first for the first bracket, what value you got actually? So from first bracket you got here the value as x equal to 2n pi divided by 3, and the other value is nothing but, or x is nothing but odd multiple of here pi. Okay, so these two values you got here from the first bracket, right? And next one, what about next one from the second bracket? Okay, so what is the second bracket value? It is nothing but sin 2x plus sin 3x. Understand, sin 2x plus sin 3x is equal to 0. Okay, this is our second bracket. And now from this one again let's make use of the same concept, sin c plus sin d. So this is your c value and this value is d. Okay, now if you apply, it is nothing but 2 sin 5x divided by 2 and into cos x by 2 is 0. Okay, then what is the value? Sin 5x by 2 is 0 or it is cos x by 2 equal to 0. So now sin 5x by 2 is 0 implies 5x by 2 is n pi, and already you have used same n. You can use same n or you may use here any other notation also. Suppose I am taking another notation as k pi. Okay, then it is x is equal to 2k pi divided by 5. Whatever the notation you have applied here, it is nothing but integer. And next this one is or. What about here? Just earlier also we have observed from the same case, if I write x is nothing but here 2k plus 1 into here pi. So students observe here, whatever the notation you follow, whether n or here pi k, nothing will happen if it is objective approach. Whereas in descriptive approach, it is better if you write here, show here different notation. So now students, from this case, what is the value you got? X is 2k pi by 5 or odd multiple of here pi. So this one or this one both are one and the same. Whatever n or k here both are integer. Therefore here no need to write specially. Hence students, what is the extra value you got from the second bracket? From second bracket you got here x equal to 2k pi divided by 5. So let's write here one more value you got or, right? Or the other value you got 2k pi divided by 5. And this value both are one and the same because n or k both are integers. Now students, let us observe about the last bracket. What is our last bracket actually? Sin 2x into cos x. Write down this value actually we got by using our formula. That is sin 3x plus sin x is 0. From that you got actually this equation. This is from our last bracket. And from this one if I write sin 2x is 0 or what is the other value? Cos x is equal to 0. Right? So that you can obtain here 2x is equal to how much? N pi, or you can write here x is equal to m. I am using here x equal to 2m plus 1 and into here pi by 2. Again m is here integer. And now here what is x value? M pi divided by 2 or other value odd multiple of pi by 2. So students, finally you got, and these two values actually did not appear anywhere here. That's why let us write them again separately. So from the last case you got other values as, or it is nothing but m pi divided by 2, or the other value you can use here 2m plus 1 and into how much? Pi by 2. So wherever you take here m or k or n, all are here integers, positive as well as negative are 0. Now students, the question is here the least positive. Positive means it won't be 0. 0 onward, 0.1, 0, 0.12, 0.13 etc. You can obtain above 0, but you cannot take here 0 value. Now let us observe here what kind of values satisfy. That means you require here the least positive angle among all these cases. So here let us start suppose with m is 0. Understand, or let us here n is 0. If I put n is 0 here, what is x value? X is here 2 pi by 3, right? X is 2 pi by 3, or the other value is how much here? Pi, okay? When n value is 0. And next let us put here k equal to suppose 1. Then the x value can be here 2 pi divided by 5. When you put k value as here 1. And next here m equal to suppose 1. Then what about here the value? X is equal to pi by 2 or x equal to here 3 pi by 2. Okay. If you write here this value 2n minus 1, then also no error, but you will get how much there? Pi by 2, which is same as this one. Understand now? Now here I have taken n value 0. That means here we took n value as 1. Okay. Now if I take n value 0, what will happen? X is 0. But we don't require 0. And if I put here, you will get n 0. You will get here how much? Pi. Okay. N equal to 1 if I put, then it will be here 3 pi. So this value you got for n is 0 and this value you got for n equal to 1. And next when k is 1, k, if I put suppose 0, you will get the total value 0, but 0 is not our required value. So what I have to take here for k? 1 onwards, okay, because these are integers. After 0, the only possibility is 1. Therefore, we kept here k value as 1. Then you got x equal to how much? 2 pi divided by 5. And next here, if I write m as 0, what will happen here? You will get 0. Again, not our requirement. So we kept here m equal to 1. And thereby you got here pi by 2. And again m is 1 if I put here 3 pi by 2. Here only just a little bit distinguish here. That means n value 1 I kept here. Thereby you got 2 pi by 3. N 0 I kept here. You got here pi. Now these are here some values we got by taking n is 0 or 1 or etc. Okay. Now among these values, tell me which is our least one. The least one, this is 120 degrees, right? It is 120, pi by 3 is 60, 60 into 2, 120. And this one is here 180 degrees. And this one is here how much? 72 degrees, right? Because we know pi by 10 is how much actually? 180 by 10. And 180 by 10 means it is 18 degrees, okay. Now 18 degrees, this value here, how much you got? 2 into 18, it is nothing but 2 pi by 10. And next 4 pi by 10 if I write, what is this value? 2 pi divided by 5. This is 4 pi by 10. So 4 pi by 10 means 2 here 2 times, 10 here 5 times, and therefore it is 2 into 36, and thereby you got how much here? 72 degrees, right? Because pi by 10 is 18, 4 into 18 is 72, and thereby you got. That means here this value 2 pi by 5 is nothing but 72 degrees, and this value is 90, and this one is here of course 270 degrees. So among all these, what is the least value? The least value is nothing but here 72 degrees. Understand here? So in this way the problem, the answer is nothing but how much? 72 degrees. So sometimes we may think here the problem they have asked about what is the least positive. Okay, from options if I check 18 degrees is the least positive, so that one is the answer. You shouldn't think in that way. Okay, after solving the problem, among all the values in the problem solutions, what is the least value? But it is not from options. So don't think in that way. Among options 18 is the least, so 18 could be my answer. It won't be in that way. Okay, so this is a very important one. So what is the starting step of this problem, students? Observe once again. It is of the form a cube plus b cube plus c cube is a plus b plus c whole cube. The meaning is a plus b into b plus c into c plus a equal to 0. So if you take each of the terms as a, b, c, then easily you can obtain the answer. Understand here? What is the main thing here? 3 brackets you got, and those 3 brackets, one is 0 or the other bracket 0 or the other bracket 0, and thereby we have solved the problem in this way. Finally, what is the answer here? 72 degrees. So if you put here n is minus 1 like that, then you will get negative values. That's why only we didn't touch any negative value. And k is 2 onwards, if you put here, you will get values more than these. But the question is here least value. That's why we have taken only n is 1 or n equal to 0. Okay. Now, let us have a glance, students, on the second problem. What is the second problem here? It is nothing but sine cube x into sine 3x. Okay. Sine cube x, and here 3 and here 3, this is in the power, and this one is as a multiple, right? So here 3 is in the power, here multiple, and both are in terms of sine, whereas what about your answer you got? It is in terms of cosine function. Observe. So how is that cosine function also here? Some constant terms, cos to the power of m. Here also it is coming in the power. Okay. Now m is 0 to 6. That means what is the expansion actually if you open sigma? M if I put 0, c naught, cos to the power of 0x. After every substitution you have to put a plus symbol. Then plus c1 cos power 1x plus c2 cos square plus c3 cos cube. Like that till where you have to write c6 cos to the power of 6x. Then correspondingly, what about here? The relation between all these types of constants. And they said these constants are nothing but real. Okay. Now here observe how is RHS exclusively in terms of cosine with power. Therefore, the left hand side you have to convert completely in terms of cosine value. To that purpose, what we have to take is, here sine cube is there, sine 3x is there. It is not a multiple value, it is only 1 into x. So first let us write here this 3x we have to reduce as only 1 into x. To that purpose, from multiple and submultiple angle, whatever formula we have, let us make use of that formula. So what is the formula, students? We have 3 sine minus 4 sine cube. Now I am taking here first left hand side, it is sine cube x, okay, and into sine 3x formula we are writing, and that is 3 sine x minus 4 sine cube x, okay, and this side you are having your RHS, right? Now you have to compare both the sides and thereby only you can obtain here these values. Now what to do is, our target is first of all you have to convert the left hand side completely in terms of cosine function because equality is there. So now our target is you have to reduce the entire value in terms of cosine powers. From that one here you can take here sine as common. Then you will get here sine to the power of 4x and into 3 minus 4 sine square x, right? And after that our problem answer is in cos, so let us reduce the entire value in terms of cosine. And one more thing you observe here, the angle is only x, so no need of going for any other multiple submultiple angle formula etc. Aram say you can just make use of the formula of trigonometric identities, okay, because no change in x value. Now sine power 4 we can write 1 minus cos square x whole square, right? And here 3 minus, this is 3 minus 4 into 1 minus cos square x. So like this here we have taken in terms of cosine because we don't require any change in the angle, that's why we have used directly formulae from identities, right? And if you require the answer is 2x etc., then we would write here this value as 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2 etc. Now let us expand this value, it is 1 plus cos to the power of 4 minus 2 cos square, okay, as the same angle is coming everywhere, so I am representing as C itself. Now this is 3 minus 4, that is minus 1, and minus into minus plus 4 cos square, right? So you got all cosine values with powers, and now let us multiply. While doing multiplication here, students, observe here, be cautious. If you start in a random way, sometimes you multiplied this, again you may multiply. That's why better put like this. First we are multiplying with minus 1. Okay, now it is minus 1 minus cos power 4 plus 2 cos square, right? And after that let us multiply with whole value with 4 cos square. Then how much you will get? Plus 4 cos square and plus 4 cos to the power of 6. After that minus 8 cos to the power of 4 and equal to, you have that sigma notation, right? Now up to this you got, and now let us collect here terms from higher order to lower order. What is the higher order here? 6. So let us put here the 6 value up here, first one, and thereby you can write all other values. So I am writing this as 4 times cos to the power of 6, right? And next, what is the highest term you are observing here? 4. Therefore, this and this, if you observe, it is nothing but minus 9. So, minus 9 cos to the power of 4. And next order you got here square. So, this is other value, that is plus 6 cos square, right? And what is the next value you got here? Minus 1. And now here this side you are having how much? Sigma Cm into cos to the power of mx, when m is here how much? 0 to 6. Understand? Now let us write here RHS as well as LHS totally This is minus 9c to the power of 4 and plus 6c square minus 1. And now I am substituting m as 0. Then this is c naught, right? C naught and into how much cos per 0x, that is nothing but 1. And next value m is 1. M1 means it is C1 cos x. And next value students, m equal to 2. Then it is C2 cos square x, right? Like that it is plus C3 cos cube x and plus C4 cos to the power of 4x and next plus C5 cos to the power of 5x. Lastly, what is the value here? Ending with 6. So we have to terminate with 6 value, right? So this is the value you got from RHS. Understand? Now the thing is, you have to compare left hand side as well as right hand side. Okay? Then observe students C naught, that means which is completely independent of any of the cosine terms. So which term is that here on left hand side? It is nothing but minus 1. Therefore our C naught value is nothing but here minus 1, right? And next value C1. C1 means cos x. What is cos x coefficient here? C1. The same way, what is in the left hand side? Cos x coefficient. There is nothing, no value of cos x. That means you are having here 0 into how much cos, right? That implies here C1 is how much here? 0. Okay. In the same way, C2 is what here? Cos square x coefficient. So what is cos square coefficient here? 6. That implies C2 equal to 6. And next again C3 value, it is cos cube, but here all are even values, so there is no C3. That means here you got here plus 0 into how much actually? Cos cube, right? And next value C4. What about C4? Cos power 4, and that is here minus 9. And next value C5 being odd value 0. And finally what is C6 students? Cos power 6, that is 4. Okay. Now we got all those constant terms. Now this question, don't expect this kind of big questions. They use only for single answer. It is actually more than one answer problem they may ask, or as a comprehensive passage they may ask, because much we have done before getting these option values. Okay. Now let us check here one by one which options are right. Okay. First one is all even suffixes, sum of all even suffixes equal to 0. So let us check here students C naught. What is your C naught value? First value I am taking C naught plus C2 plus C4 plus C6, right? What is C naught here? Minus 1. Next, what about here? C2 plus 6 and C4, that is minus 9. And next value C6 you got how much? 4. Okay. Now 6 minus 1, 5, 5 minus 9, minus 4, minus 4 plus 4, the value is nothing but 0. So we got here successfully which value? First option is 100% right. Next one, C1 plus C3 plus C5 equal to 6. Then what value you are having? C1 is 0 and next C3 0, C5 also here 0. That means sum of these three odd suffix values nothing but how much? 0, but they gave here how much? 6. That means this is not our right option. Next one, 2C2 minus 3C6. Now let us have a glance here. What is 2 times C2? Okay. So 2 into C2 and minus 3 into C6. So what is 2 into? C2 means 6, right? Minus 3 into, what about C6? That is 4. Understand? Now you got 12 minus 12, that is nothing but 0. So you got C also as your right answer. And next lastly 4C4 plus 9C6. So to check here the fourth option, 4 times C4. What is C4 here? Minus 9. And next value 9 into, what is C6? 4. So now you got minus 36 plus 36. That means this is also our answer. Understand students? So just After you simplify, the picking up of options is a very easy task. Total concentration where you have to give here, how you have to convert completely the left hand side value in terms of the right hand side, so that we can compare here the powers of cosine to obtain here individually C0, C1, etc. C6 values. Okay, and once you got the comparison, see how much here easily we have solved here the 4 options, very easy. So comprehensive passage also they may give here data. If you just simplify, then the solving 2 questions or 3 questions, those are very easy. So what is the major idea of this problem, students? One is, as RHS is in complete cosine function, therefore the left hand side also we need to convert in terms of cosine function. Later here only x value is there, angle, whereas here 3x also there. Therefore you need to here remove this 3x value, implies you must make use of here the formula of sin 3x. Thereby you can obtain complete values all in terms of x. After that we have solved here only identity formula, right? Now students, observe here this problem and this problem. Sin cube x into sin 3x, same left hand side, no change at all on left hand side. As it is, left hand side is as it is, no change at all. Now clearly observe what about here RHS value. RHS value here it is given as same again sigma, understand? Sigma given, Cm given again, cos to the power of whatever here the m in space or in the exponent position, now just it came into the multiple position. That is the only change you got. Entire problem now it is going to change. Okay, so you should observe here clearly how the RHS is expressed. Here RHS expressed as cos to the power of mx, whereas here entire thing same, no difference at all everywhere. Only thing is this m here came down, that is as a multiple of x, understand? Now this question they may ask as numerical integer type, they may ask in the same way, or they may ask here, they put here simply n, then what would be here the maximum of n value, understand? So what could be that n value? As a numerical integer problem they may ask, or same problem they can give like this, more than one answer, or as a linked comprehensive question. Now how to solve here? So the least difference here observe, very interesting one here. Observe 3x is there, here also x is multiplied by some m, and next value here 3, it is in the power. Now earlier whatever here sin 3x we actually simplified, now you have to simplify sin cube, because this side you are not having any term in the power, understand? Now here all should come as here multiple angles. Earlier they must come in exponents, whereas now they must come as multiple. So now your target is this term but not this one. So how you can simplify this value? Okay, now you have actually sin 3x formula. What is our sin 3x formula? It is 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x, right? And now here from this we will consider sin cube x value. So sin cube x, if you take this side, then it will become 4 times sin cube x is 3 sin x minus sin 3x, understand? So in this way you got. Now I will divide by 4, then sin cube x equal to 3 by 4 into sin x minus 1 by 4 times sin 3x. Got it? Now students, let us here substitute for sin cube x this kind of value. Okay, then if I substitute that value, 3 by 4 times sin x minus 1 by 4 times sin 3x, and into how much you are having sin 3x, and this side you have here sigma, the other value, right? Now this is the value you got, but again the same problem. What is the same problem? Here all are in terms of sine, whereas here RHS is in terms of what? Cosine value. Therefore, you need to reduce again all our left hand side terms in terms of what? Cosine values. To that purpose, let us multiply this sin 3x inside. Okay? If you multiply this inside, I'll get here 3 by 4 sin 3x into sin x and minus 1 by 4 sin square 3x. Right? Got it here? This side you have sigma notation as it is. Then what will happen, students, here? Now the formula again came from transformation. What is the formula we have from transformation here? 2 sin A sin B. Okay. So what is our formula? 2 sin A sin B is equal to, there is no minus symbol here. So the last formula is cos A minus B minus cos of A plus B. Okay. This one we deduced in compound angles as well as we have done in transformations also. So now you are going to make use of this one. The reason is what here? Our RHS is in terms of cosine multiple angles. That is the reason we want to make use of this formula. Okay. Now here this is our larger angle. So take it as A. This one is our smaller angle. Now it is 3 by 4. Now students, we don't have here the number 2 here to make use of this formula. Okay, there is no 2. So what I have to do? Multiply, divide by 2. So it is 1 by 2 times. I am using the formula now. It is cos of A minus B, 3x minus x, and next value minus cos of A plus B, 3x plus x. Understand? So here no 2, that means you have divided like this. And later minus 1 by 4. Again you want this term also in terms of what actually? Cosine value. Understand? To get in cosine value, what is the other formula you can use here? Sin square theta equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. Okay. This formula you have to make use because we require again cosine value, and at the same time you can't make use here identity. If you use identity, you will get cos square, right? 1 minus cos square 3x, but we don't want powers. All are in power values as here 1 only. Understand? Linear. So we want multiple angles but not powers. That's why we are not going to use here the formula of identity. Now let us make use of this formula. So what is the value here? 1 minus cos, how much, student? 6x, right? Divided by 2. 3x is your theta. So 1 minus cos 2 into 3x, that is 6x by 2. So this formula we have applied, and thereby what is your RHS now? It is nothing but sigma Cm cos into mx, right? M is here 0 to n. Got it? And now let us write here all the values. What is the highest multiple here? 2x you will get, 4x you will get, and this is your 6x, right? Now just instead of writing all the other values, what is our question? What is n value? Understand? N is how much? Numerical integer. So what is the last value the problem can terminate? It is RHS. If I expand C naught cos 0 into x, so you will get 1, plus if I put 1 C1 cos x, and if I take n as 2, C2 cos 2x, right? And plus C3 cos 3x. After that you will get C4. What is the value? Cos 4x. Next value C5 cos 5x. Later finally you will get C6, how much here? Cos 6x. Like that it continues. But in the question they are asking where the process is going to terminate. Understand? Where the process is going to terminate. So where it is going to terminate, students? It is terminating by 6 value. Not here. If you expand, that means still if you write values also, all coefficients you will get here zeros only. That means here what would be our n now? It is just 6 only. No need of doing complete simplification like our previous problem, because previous problem options are in this way. That is the reason we expanded, we compared, and we found each and every value. whereas now not necessary, because what is our question? How much is that n? Maximum value, that n you got by observation, it is 6. That's it. Understand? Therefore, according as the question requirement, we have to go for further steps. So understand students, now finally what is your n value you got now? It is nothing but 6, which is numerical integer problem. Only one change you have observed. Here it is coming in power m, and here you got as a multiple of m. Understand?